What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports back into the video day, and today the Houston Rockets, or last night, the Rockets beat the Portland Trailblazers 123-107. A little late on this one. This was a great game for the Rockets. After the game was over, since it was a little bit of a late game, last night, went to sleep after the game was over, didn't do my normal post game. Rockets don't play a lot of late games like they did last night when they beat the Blazers 123-107. And then today, woke up, the Astros were on, and then the Cougars were on. So watched those two games, and now I'm here to talk about the Rockets game last night, finally getting a chance to talk about it. It's been 24 hours since the win, and we're 15 hours away from the next game when the Rockets play the Sacramento Kings tomorrow at 5 o'clock. If you live in Houston, it's just 1 o'clock now tonight. So 123-107 is the final score. Jalen Green had a great game in this one. 27 points, 11 for 19, 4 for 9 from 3, 1 for 2 at the free throw line, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was great. I think Jalen was great, and I'm not going to take away credit from him, but I think this was a team performance. Jalen obviously was the leading scorer by far, and it's actually, we haven't seen often this season where Jalen leads the Rockets in scoring and the Rockets get a W, so that's a good sign of how better Jalen has been playing as of recent. But this was a great team performance in general because the Rockets had a total of 6 players in double figures tonight. They did a great job as a team coming back. I thought Amen Thompson was excellent in this game as well. He was spectacular. I think him and Jalen Green, big reasons why, him and Jalen are big reasons why the Rockets won this game. The Rockets were down 70-58 in the third quarter. They were terrible in the second half, and the first half, and something. I'll give a comparison to earlier game in the season, just a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago by now. Probably a month ago by now. The Rockets' last game of the first half of the year break before the All-Star break, we were in Memphis, and we saw the Rockets get off to a really terrible start to that game, and they were down 20. I think they were down 20-21, and they were able to bounce back, and just like we saw the Rockets do, last night. Now, I think the only difference with this game compared to the Memphis game was that the Rockets were a little bit less far behind in this game against Portland compared to Memphis, and also I think they played with more of an energy against Portland than they did against that Memphis game. I think that's a game against Memphis. You go back, and that's a game you wish you could have back. To how bad of a start the Rockets got off to in that one. But this was the Rockets' third win out of the last 4 games. Really, really should have got that one against the Clippers. That was another tough loss for the Rockets. And if you would have been able to keep that lead in the game, 20-point lead against the Clippers, then we might be looking at a 4-game winning streak and a record of 29-34, and a little bit of momentum in the Western Conference for the Rockets. I still think there is still momentum. I wouldn't say the Rockets' chances are completely dead to potentially make the play-in. I think it's a long shot because you're at 28-35. The Jazz lost tonight. I think the Rockets did move up to the 11th seed in the Western Conference after the Jazz lost tonight to the Denver Broncos. They got their butts kicked. So with that case, I believe we're at the 11th seed now, but we're kind of I think we're 5 or 4.5 games back from the 10-seeded Golden State Warriors. I think the Warriors are at 10. So we're 4.5, 5 games back from them. So it's gonna take some fighting, but I think it's possible. Especially if the Rockets can keep playing the way they have been playing recently. They've been playing better on the road. 2 road wins in the last week against Phoenix and Portland. So they've been playing way better on the road as of recent. So that's a great sign as well. And I think things are starting to change for the Rockets team. I think they're starting to play better basketball on the road and starting to learn better, starting to learn how to win games on the road compared to before, which I don't think this team really knew how to do that. I think they're starting to learn. But yeah, 123 to 107 is the final score. Look, the Rockets scored 68 points in the second half, outscored the Blazers 68 to 44. So yeah, outscored them by 24 points in the second half. 27 points for Jalen Green, like I already went over. 19 points for Alperen Sengun with 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 for 15, 0 for 0. He didn't take a 3-pointer in this game. 5 for 8 at the free throw line for Sengun. Has to work on that free throw shooting, though. 18 points for Fred VanVleet with 10 assists, double-double for him. 15 points and 9 rebounds for Jabari Smith Jr., 4 points for Dylan Brooks. He only played 21 minutes in this ball game. Amen Thompson had 16 points with 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks, 7 for 10. One of those field goal misses out of 3 was a 3-pointer, which he's not a good 3-point shooter, and was 2 for 2 at the free throw line. So great game for Amen Thompson. This one, his plus-minus best out of it, out of both teams. Plus 24 in this game. That's great. 13 points for Cam Whitmore with 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 for 10, 1 for 5 from 3. Hey, how about Jock Landale? Not bad at all from Jock Landale. He's been playing really good for the Rockets lately. He had a plus-minus of 10 in this game, had 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and he even hit a 3. He had a 3-pointer and shot 2 for 4. We're starting to see Jock Landale's, now that his hair has grown back, we're starting to see Jock Landale play better basketball. Maybe he should have never buzzed his hair off. I know the Rockets Twitter, and I've even heard Rockets play-by-play announcer Craig Ackerman saying that they thought that haircut was a curse for him. But Jock Landale's playing better basketball now. He really is. And I think he deserves to stay in this rotation with the way he's playing. I think this team, with the way he's playing as of right now, I hope things don't change. But the way he's playing right now, he makes this team a better team. And then 6 points for Aaron Holiday, shot 3 for 7, 0 for 3 from 3, 2 steals. Rockets had 10 steals on the night, 10 blocks, which is incredible, and 12 steals. So 22 blocks and steals for the Rockets tonight. They had 5 blocks from Amen Thompson. They had 2 from Jabari. With steals, they had 2 from Amen. They had 2 from Holiday. They had 2 from Jabari, and 2 from Jalen Green, and then a bunch of other players who had one. But this was a great game for the Rockets. All right, let's go over the scoring for the Blazers real quick. Man, Delano Banton had a great game tonight. I remember watching him a little bit when he was on the Celtics. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 10 for. He did take a lot of shots taken in this game, but still had a good game. 10 for 28, 4 for 10 from 3, shot 40% from 3, and shot like 35% field goal percentage tonight or the other night. 23 points for Anthony Simons with 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Duop Reith, who is from Houston or played high school ball in Houston, he had a good game. He's underrated. 16 points. He's their center, shot 4 for 6 from 3, 6 rebounds. He's underrated. He really is. 12 points for brother Keegan Murray, Chris Murray, first-round pick, who had a double-double, 12 or near triple-double. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Hey, Portland, they have some young ballers on this team. I like Tamari Kamara, Chris Murray, and Duop Reith, and even Banton. I know this is a team who, obviously they're not, their team's not that great, but still they have some players who, with them getting good minutes, are taking advantage of it. And I really like guys like Chris Murray and Duop Reith and even Banton. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets comeback win in the second half. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed it, and peace out. Go Rockets.